I know, Nana's gonna be like, there's an ornament missing.
There is still so much joy in this house.
If she's got a set of two there, you can lay two down.
So much to be thankful for a family, their friends, and a community that they have called home their entire lives.
Oh, Daddy.
Mark Taylor is surrounded by extraordinary love from a wife and 3 daughters who realize they are so lucky to have such an amazing husband and father still at their side.
I think that everything we've gone through has just made us stronger. We bond together, you know. I feel like we feel there's nothing we can't do without each other.
I wouldn't have made it without him. I wouldn't have made it.
Wouldn't have made it after a July 2014 accident that has changed Mark and his family forever.
I went to change lanes and looked over to the left lane, turned my blinker on, and everything just went black.
Went black because his airbag deployed without warning while Mark was driving on Highway 90 in McLenny.
The only thing I remember is somebody opening my door and asking why they were at my door, and they said, "You've been in a bad car wreck, just be still."
Whenever I got there, you could see the truck caved into the tree. From the looks of it, it looked really bad.
Mark's wife, Melissa, got the call at work, and when she heard he was being airlifted to UF Health, she knew it was serious. Both of Mark's legs were shattered.
As the only level 1 trauma center in Northeast Florida, this is who we see and this is why we're here.
They just kept saying they had to get him in the operating room to get started on his legs, his legs, his legs.
Mark came to us in a critically ill or injured state. We sedated him, we put a breathing tube in, and we gave him a lot of pain medication because there was obvious signs of injury, blood loss, serious injuries that were in many ways life-threatening and especially limb-threatening. Every time somebody comes in, I think that with the skill set we have here, the approach is we're going to do everything we can with everything we have to save not only life but limb.
Hours upon hours of surgery, and when Mark came out, he looked like this. His legs swollen beyond recognition, in braces, pieced together like a puzzle.
We didn't take it day by day, we didn't take it week by week, we took it at that point hour by hour. We didn't know where things were gonna go from one minute to the next. And at that point, you just kind of have to surrender and you're not in control of your destiny anymore.
When you have these terrible injuries, what we want to do is we want to stabilize the limbs so that they can be resuscitated. They can have all the rest of their surgeries done.
Despite multiple surgeries, weeks of healing, and weeks of rehab, it was clear to Dr. Hud Berry the damage to Mark's right leg was catastrophic, and even the best might not be able to fix it. Dr. Berry gave Mark another option. Trained in the military, he's seen the positive results of amputations, which he says allows patients to focus on moving forward.
How can I get the patient back into their life as soon as possible?
He was going to have a much better quality of life because he never would have gotten out of pain with the way the leg was.
Fighting through the pain, physically and emotionally, takes a toll on patients. Mark was no different.
I mean, it just changes everything. I mean, it's just things you take for granted when you have 2 legs.
His eagerness to come up with ways to make his situation better.
Dr. David Cheshire met Mark when he first arrived at UF Health. The trauma psychologist says that he nominated Mark to be this year's honoree because of Mark's incredible will to recover.
The amount of effort he put forth toward his own recovery, the amount of advocacy he took upon himself, the utilization of his family as support system, the utilization of us in arts and medicine, he was a no-brainer for me.
Okay, now I need a smile. There you go.
There have been many difficult days, many struggles with painful rehab, but Mark has fought through each one. There have been many milestones as well. Mark vowed to walk out of UF Health without any help, and he did.
Going home.
Yay! I can remember just crying, thinking, well, he did it. He walked out. He said he was going to walk out. He did.
And one even more meaningful. Mark told his caregivers he absolutely had to be walking on his own by senior night at his daughter Macy's high school. For her, in front of his family and friends, he did it.
He strutted across that football field like nothing had ever happened, you know, and I believe that he'll continue to do that, and he'll continue to improve and be the best dad that he can.
In the small town, we all stick together, and there was tons of prayer for him, and there was things that they wanted to see that happen, and to see him walk at the senior night where everyone was, it was an amazing experience to be a part of.
I mean, I knew I was going to do it. When I walked out there and I did it, I walked across the field, you know. And I told some of my friends that were in the stands, I said, if I fall, don't come get me. I said, let me get up myself. Don't come here and get me.
He's an amazing dad, and he's always, no matter what, found a way.
A year and a half now after the accident, many challenges remain. He's still adapting to his prosthetic. From putting it on to learning to walk again. Slowly but surely, he is moving forward. Music has always been a family passion. Mark has been playing and singing for years, so have his daughters, and they're doing it together once again.
I'm hell on heels, say what you will. I done made the devil a deal. Made me pretty, made me smart. I'm gonna break me a million hearts. I'm hell on heels, baby, I'm coming for you.
And through it all, the difficult days and now the recovery, Mark and his family thank so many people at UF Health Jacksonville. From the doctors, to the nurses, to the physical therapists who stood with him every day.
And they'll tell you that flat out. I'll stand right here shoulder to shoulder with you, that's what they tell you. Hold your arm all the way.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
They just always went above and beyond because they knew that he needed those little things to heal, and that's what they did.
Even the folks in arts and medicine who gave him another way to fight on. They showed us some of his work and remember him well.
Sometimes he would paint these like nature scenes and beautiful landscapes, and sometimes I'd go in and there'd be like 4 paintings of SpongeBob or Homer Simpson, so it was fun to see the range and see the progression over the time that he was here.
I never picked up a pencil or crayon or nothing to draw anything. When I left there, shoot, I felt like I was Da Vinci. Well, I could draw upside down, sideways, any way I wanted to draw.
Mark says that's just one example of the amazing work and wonderful care UF Health provides.
The stuff you notice, being there so long, a lot of the girls in rehab were pretty awesome. They were the best I've seen, real professional.
And that's the message the Taylors want to pass on. Thank you for not only being professionals, but being great people with a passion for care. Marissa is now in nursing school, and she says she now knows where she wants to work.
It really kind of showed the relationship that they had with their patients, that they could recall the family members like that. It was something awesome that I could relate to them as, is like, wow, I want to be that nurse one day.
They treated Mark like Mark was family.
And they developed that relationship from really day one that is carried out for weeks, if not months. And I think that's an important aspect of the care we provide, and it is unique.
I could go to work every day and I knew that he was taken care of.
They thought about the whole family a lot instead of just the patient.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well and you continue on a positive trajectory, and glad we were here to help.
I thank everybody at UF Health from the bottom of my heart, and you know, I thank them that they took care of him and that he survived everything, that because it could have very easily gone the other way, and I'm so appreciative.
Shut up and sing, or my life will be over.
That was awesome.
Okay.
That was awesome. That was awesome.